Welcome back to the grind. In this video, we're going to talk about day 4 of the trading post in this SoulDance season. The first prize, the featured one here, is 8 gold chests for 250 sigils. This is actually a fairly decent deal if you can afford it, because you get almost that much sigils back from the gold chests that you purchase. But in addition to that, you get you also get speed ups as well as a bunch of other prizes depending on which event you open them in typically. Now, the thing to consider is that you will not get back the sigils that you put into them. So that is something that you need to consider if you're focusing on sigils as a whole. If you can invest the sigils into these and in exchange get the other rewards that you might be looking for, then this is a good option. In fact, if you only calculate, like Morion said on the forums, the sigils and timers and ignore everything else, then essentially you're paying, I forget the number that he had said, but you can definitely check out the forums. But the amount that you're ending up paying for those speed ups is actually a better deal than the offer they gave yesterday for the speed ups. So this is a pretty good one. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those, and then we'll talk about the other offers. Now, I have been bleeding out on these offers because I do like them, and I thought I was only going to try for one mythic this season, but now I'm tempted to go for both because I really do like Sepula. Turned out to be much better than I anticipated, and I find that she is fun to fly, in my opinion. Now, this offer is about 3 times as bad, 3 times worse than the offer yesterday, and I don't think that I'm going to go for this one because I think that I would value the sigils higher than just the extra speed ups when I just got a much better deal yesterday, plus the timers I'll get from those gold chests. These defense armor, just like the swords from I think it was the first trading post, I don't need these, and even if I did need these, I wouldn't think that spending sigils to get them was a valuable investment, because the other things in the game are much more essential for progression, whereas the defense armors, they're just not required, and they do help a little bit on defense, but really defense doesn't have a major impact in the game except for maybe in Atlas, but the heavy into Atlas players typically end up having a lot of these overall because they are typically the more active players in general. This next one is a bundle of spells. So you get 10 Summon Warrior and 10 Invincible Shields. Now they are white. I think that's just a visual glitch. They will not be white spells because they are named identical to the ones that are red and blue, respectively. Now, for me, I don't think that this is a good deal because you can craft these for free. If you go into the Forge, if you need and use Summon Warrior a lot, you can just craft Summon Warriors continuously, and from that end up with a surplus of them. I've done that with several different spells like Death Gaze and Havoc, and I do it with other ones depending on what I think I want a little bit extra of. I don't use them a lot, but when I want them, it's nice to have those specific ones that I tend to use. But I don't find it worth spending sigils on. The last one is another one of these crafting shard exchanges. Now, again, the totals are not that high. Really, it's only good if you have a ton of fire shards that you don't think you'll need in the near future, and you really want some wind shards for the present time. I do have a lot more fire shards than I do have wind shards, but because I am losing out on the conversion, I would rather just focus on claiming wind shards in my next Atlas rewards. So I'm going to pass on this one as well. So not a whole lot for this trading post today, and even the gold chests, they're not like a must-have necessarily, but they are a very good deal. And so if you do have the extra sigils, it's you'll get definitely more than half the sigils back, and on top of that, you'll get lots of timers and building resources or PvP resources, whatever you need. If you open them in PvP, you'll get PvP resources. If you open them in fortification, you'll get more building resources. So take that into consideration for when you open them. But definitely 80 gold chests is a reasonable number. I think a lot of players are probably excited to get that to help them with the upcoming PvP events for the remainder of this season. So let me know what you think of the trading post today, and let me know what you got, and I will see you in the next video.